I received a DM from a young gentleman and it read like this. Good morning, Lily. How are you doing? I came across your video on the importance of journaling on YouTube. It's my first being exposed to something like that, and I wanted to try, but your video didn't really talk about how I can start journaling as a beginner, and I would appreciate if you could enlighten me on that. So for anybody who is starting out on journaling, this is the approach that I would suggest for them to take. So you want to start off with an assessment. So you're going to assess your life. You're going to assess the different areas of your life. You can use categories like health, finances, spiritual goals or spirituality. You're going to look at professional, academic, any significant area in your life, relationships, exactly. So you're going to look at those significant areas in your life and you're going to pretty much map out what is going on in those areas. So maybe you're currently schooling, anything significant that has happened in those areas, you're going to write all of that down. So after you're done writing it down, we're going to do an analysis, some sort of projection. You're going to look at what you've achieved in those areas so far, and then you're going to project. You'd have to use data, and if you're a Christian too, you would have to pray. You have to ask God. You cannot exclude God in this process. So using that data, you are going to set SMART goals in those areas. So if it's spiritual, financial, health, you're just going to set SMART goals in all of those areas. Not that you set those SMART goals. Oh, and yeah, I have a video on SMART goals just in case you don't know what they are. It'll just be on my page so you can check that out. So after you set SMART goals, now what you're going to do is you're going to start tracking progress. Remember, what you don't measure, you can't control. So as much as possible, make sure that you are tracking progress. If there's any significant change, you're going to write it down. If you're making progress on your SMART goals, you're going to sit and write that down too. Over time, as you become good at journaling, you can start adding reflections, you can start adding lessons, you can start writing your creative ideas, innovations, anything that comes to you during the week, during the day, you're just going to write that down in your journal. I'm Lily Mante, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and follow for more.